I just got my 3x3x7 in the mail, and I spent some time figuring out my own method. It's kind of a reduction based method, whereas on a big cube you solve the centers and then you solve the edges and then you solve it like a 3x3. So basically you solve the big cube parts and then you solve it like a normal cube. Well, this one's kind of the same. You solve the 3x3 parts and then you solve the domino parts, was what I call it. And this is just kind of my method. I don't know if it's quite that fast. I've only had it a few days, so I haven't had enough time to work on it. So your first step is to get any kind of cross, anything where you just have four oriented edges on the bottom layer, because your first step is you're going to want to orient the bottom layer. So your second step is you're going to insert corners into your bottom layer, thus solving your bottom layer. Next step is to solve this middle layer. So some people will actually solve both layers at once. If you want to, you can. It's optional. Okay, so now you have the middle two layers solved. The next step is to do your OL to orient the final layer. Okay, and the first step of this is you're going to try to start solving these bottom three layers. So solving your edges. So right now, right here, we got the blue edge already done. It's black, blue, 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 blue. So next step is you're going to finish those off. So right now we got the red, blue. So we can line up the red, blues, move them out with the first algorithm that's listed in the description, and to move it back in reverse up to M. And we're going to continue to build our edges. And there's the green edge, and we're going to place it in with the same algorithm. Okay, now got blue edge, and finally the orange one. Okay, your second algorithm is what you need to do the corners. So you're going to start solving corner edges, like this one right here. Red, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue needs to go there. So right, up, right, reverse up, right. And you can also use that algorithm to get pieces you need out of the bottom layer. And you're just going to continue doing this with this algorithm just to solve all the corners. Okay, and then you're going to fix your middle layer with M slices and two up-twos, since you have the cube sideways. And next you're going to PLL this layer right here, this first layer. So basically you're solving the first 5 layers in the first step. And when you're doing that, you also want to do as many pieces as you can as well. Like right now, for instance, I can solve the corners of this layer when I do this PLO, because it'll switch these two corners right here. So I know that it'll switch those two corners, so when I do my PLL, I solve that layer and I solve those corners. So next I'm going to solve the corners on the final layer, which is one of the algorithms down there. And then I'm going to fix my middle layer. And then I'm going to work on solving it. Okay, for instance, these two right here need to switch, and these two right here need to switch. So when I do the algorithm to switch these two, it'll also switch these two. Okay, and now I need to switch these two, and make sure you keep the side you used the first time on the right side. That way you have a parity. Okay, and that solves everything except for the parity, which are these two right here. Okay, so I'm going to turn the slice where the parity is. Right, front, slice, right, front, slice, and it's solved. So you have your algorithm switch adjacent corners, edges, which are these when they're like this. You have your algorithm to switch opposites, which are like this. You have your algorithm for the there, here, and there's a few other algorithms listed down there in the description that I kind of find useful. This is just a basic demonstration of how I solve it. If a better, more in-depth tutorial is required, just leave a comment or anything. If you need a better tutorial on the parity, there's a tutorial on YouTube how to solve the parity. Just type 3x3x7 parity. The algorithms for this, majority of them I got from Jap's puzzle page, which is a link in the description as well. So if anybody else has a tutorial of this method, then just let me know, because to the extent of my knowledge, I'm the first one to post a tutorial on this method. It's a reduction-based method. I call it the Havoc Method, I guess. I don't know. Every method needs a name. So yeah, if you need a more in-depth tutorial, just leave a comment in the description.